At dinner I said, can't wait for the family reunion. My brother laughed. You're not invited. It's for real family. Everyone laughed. I just smiled and left. 4 days later, my dad tried to withdraw $2,400. I sent a screenshot. Payment denied. Must be that family-only policy. 2 days later, I heard a loud knock on my door. It was all of them. Dad, Mom, Kyle, and Tori. Standing on my porch like an angry mob. Dad didn't even wait for me to say hello. What the hell is this account freeze? I told him calmly it was my account. I opened it 3 years ago when Mom's hospital bills started piling up. I was the only one putting money in. Kyle crossed his arms. That dinner thing was a joke. You're seriously being this dramatic? I asked him to explain the joke because I didn't hear anyone laugh and then say just kidding. I heard everyone laugh and then silence when I left. Mom tried next. A soft approach. Said they were stressed, that money was tight, that I should understand we're family. I told her I understood perfectly. That's actually why I also canceled the cabin reservation for the reunion. Tori's face went pale. You didn't? Yep. Charged back the $800 deposit yesterday. Should hit my account by Friday. See, I'm adopted. Been in this family since I was 6. 22 years of being told I belonged, of being treated like one of them, until that dinner. What they didn't know is that Grandma passed away 3 months ago, and I'm the executor of her estate. She left everything to be divided equally among her grandchildren. Me, Kyle, and Tori. $340,000 each. The will reading was scheduled for 2 weeks away. Grandma's lawyer had called me directly. Said she specifically requested I handle everything. Said she trusted me to be fair. I never told them the amount. Just said Grandma left us something and there'd be a reading soon. After that dinner, I didn't mention it again. I just stopped responding to their messages about it. Kyle texted 4 days after the dinner. Hey, any update on Grandma's will? When's the reading? I left him on red. Tori called 2 days later. Asked if I knew how much we were getting. Said she wanted to plan ahead, maybe put a down payment on a condo. I told her I'd have to check with the lawyer. Then the night before the reading, my phone exploded. 17 missed calls in 2 hours. Mom left a voicemail. She was crying, saying she didn't raise me to hold grudges over a family joke, that I was being cruel and manipulative. Dad sent a text. This is exactly why you'll never truly be one of us. Real family forgives. That text made my decision easy. I showed up to the lawyer's office the next morning, alone. The lawyer looked confused, asked where Kyle and Tori were. I told him there'd been a change of plans, asked if it was possible to redirect funds. He said, as executor, I had some discretion with charitable distributions if the will allowed it. Grandma's did. She'd included a clause saying I could donate up to 2/3 of the estate to causes she supported. I signed the papers right there. Redirected Kyle and Tori's portions entirely. $680,000. All of it. Donated to the children's adoption agency that placed me with this family 22 years ago. My share? I kept it. All $340,000. Because I am technically listed as her grandchild in the will. But Kyle and Tori, their portions went to kids who actually needed families. Real families. The lawyer sent them the paperwork that afternoon. Kyle called 30 minutes later, screaming, said I was a thief, that I stole his inheritance, that he'd sue me. I let him finish. Then I said, you told me I'm not real family. So technically Grandma's money was never yours to begin with. She left it to her grandchildren. I'm not one, remember? He hung up. Tori called next. She wasn't yelling. She was crying. Said she'd already told her boyfriend about the money, that they'd started looking at wedding venues. I asked her if she remembered my college graduation. When she told her friends I was basically like a sister, but not really. She went quiet. Then I asked if she remembered my wedding 3 years ago, when she gave a speech about how lucky I was that this family took me in. She said that was different, that she didn't mean it like that. I told her intent didn't matter anymore. Impact did. Mom called last, said I was destroying the family, that Grandma would be ashamed of me. I told her Grandma was the one who made me executor, who trusted me, who told me before she died that I was the only one who truly understood what family meant because I chose this family. They were just born into it. Mom said I'd regret this. I told her the only thing I regretted was waiting 22 years to realize I deserved better. Then I blocked all of them. The money hit my account a week later. I didn't buy anything big, didn't go on a vacation, just sat there feeling lighter than I had in years. Last month I got a letter from the adoption agency, said my donation was the largest they'd received in a decade, that it would help place over 40 kids into loving homes, 40 kids who will hopefully never have to hear they're not real family.